Welcome, everyone. Today's story is about a quiet girl who was just trying to make it through each day. But with simple words, she started to heal, and slowly, she found her strength. Now, let me share her story with you. I never planned to become strong. I never planned to inspire anyone. At first, I was just trying to survive. I was 15 when my world turned upside down. My father lost his job. My mother cried quietly every night when she thought we were asleep. We had to move out of our small but cozy apartment. We packed our clothes in old bags and left behind almost everything else. We moved into my aunt's house. Her home was already crowded, and now there were 5 more of us. It was hard for everyone to fit. I had to share a room with 3 younger cousins. It was noisy, messy, and I had no space to breathe. I missed my old bed. I missed the silence. At school, I did my best to seem okay. I smiled, joined conversations, and laughed at people's jokes. But deep down, I was exhausted. And honestly, I was scared. I didn't know what would happen to us. I didn't even know what we would eat for dinner most nights. We didn't have much food. I started skipping lunch so my little brother could eat more. He was only 7, and I didn't want him to feel hungry. Sometimes I pretended I was full. I told my mother, "Don't worry, I ate with a friend." But the truth was, my stomach hurt most days. Homework became harder. Not because I didn't understand it, but because I didn't have the energy. I would stare at the page and feel my eyes closing. I wanted to sleep all the time. I wanted to disappear for a while. But I kept going. I woke up, I went to school, I did what I could. I didn't know why. Maybe it was hope. Maybe I was afraid of falling behind. Maybe I just didn't want to give up. One day in English class, our teacher gave us a writing assignment. "Write about something you have never told anyone," she said. Everyone in the room groaned. Some students laughed. But I didn't. I felt something stir inside me. Maybe this was my chance to say things I had been hiding. That night, I couldn't stop writing. I wrote about my life. I wrote about my fear. I wrote about pretending to be okay when I wasn't. I wrote about hunger, about small kindnesses, about how hard it was to smile when you felt broken. When I finished, my hands were shaking. The next day, I handed it in. I thought the teacher would just skim through it. I thought it would disappear into a pile of papers. But 2 days later, she called me after class. "Can I talk to you for a moment?" she asked. I froze. "Am I in trouble?" She shook her head and smiled gently. "No. I just want to say thank you. Your story was honest and powerful." I didn't know what to say. No one had ever used those words about me before. "I think you're a writer," she said. "And I think your words can help people." I didn't believe her at first. I wasn't trying to help anyone. I was just trying to survive. But her words stayed with me. The next week, she asked if she could read my writing to the class. I agreed, but I asked her not to say it was mine. I was too scared of what people might think. She read it out loud. When she finished, the class was silent. Then someone said, "That hit me." Another said, "I feel the same way sometimes." A girl I barely knew came to me after class. She didn't know I had written it. She said, "That story gave me courage. Thank you to the person who wrote it." I walked home that day with tears in my eyes. Not because I was sad, but because, for the first time, I felt seen. I felt like maybe my pain had meaning. Maybe it wasn't for nothing. After that, I started writing more, not for class, but for myself. I wrote about being tired. I wrote about being strong when you don't feel strong. I wrote about the little things that helped me survive: a smile from my brother, a warm cup of tea, a quiet morning, a song on the radio. I started posting my writing online under a fake name. At first, No one read it. But then one day, someone left a comment. This helped me so much. Thanks in a million ways. That one comment gave me energy for a whole week, so I kept going. I posted every few days. More people began reading. More comments came. Strangers said my words made them feel less alone. And slowly I changed. I was still tired. My family still struggled. But something inside me was growing stronger. I had a reason to keep going. I had something to give. At school, I started joining writing competitions. Sometimes I won, not every time. Just sometimes. But there were also days when I didn't win anything at all. No prize. No mention. Nothing. Still, I kept writing. Because I didn't do it for the trophy. I did it because it helped me feel alive. Mrs. Johnson, my English teacher, continued to support me. She gave me books to read and feedback to help me grow. She believed in me before I believed in myself. One day, my writing was published in the school newsletter. This time, it showed my real name. I was nervous, but I didn't stop it. I was tired of hiding. After that, some students started talking to me. Are you the girl who wrote that? They asked. Others just gave me a quiet smile. And that was when I understood something. There are many kinds of strength. Some strength is loud. It lifts weights, wins games, gives big speeches. But some strength is quiet. It's the girl who wakes up and keeps going, even when she wants to give up. It's the girl who shares her truth, even when her voice is small. It's the girl who writes in the dark, hoping her words will help someone else. That girl was me. I started a small writing club at school. We met once a week after class. We shared our writing. We shared our pain. We supported each other. Some of us had lost people. Some of us felt invisible. Some of us were just trying to survive. But together we healed. At home, things got a little better. My father found a job, then another part-time one. My mother started baking and selling small snacks in the neighborhood. We moved into a small rented house. It wasn't big, but it was ours. We still didn't have much. But we had hope, we had warmth, and I had something to hold on to. It was writing. Now, I write not just to survive. I write to understand myself. I write to connect with others. I write to show that even in the middle of pain, there is beauty. If you had met me 3 years ago, you wouldn't recognize me. I was quiet. I was tired. I avoided eye contact. I kept my feelings locked away. But even during that hard time, something inside me refused to give up. I didn't have a clear plan. I didn't know what I wanted to be. I didn't know if things would get better. I just took one small step. Then another. And another. Now, people say I'm strong. They say I'm brave. But the truth is, I was just trying to survive. And maybe that is where real strength begins. So if you're on your own journey, learning, growing, trying your best, I just want to say, keep going. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to be real. Your story matters. Your voice matters. And maybe one day, your words will help someone too. If you liked it, kindly like, subscribe, comment, and share. Keep going, be kind to yourself, and see you again on Stories by the Window.